Sheila Eckman. I'm from Auburn, Alabama, and I'm a city council member in the middle of my third term, and starting in November I'll be moving to county commission. Auburn is one of the last towns in America that is a small town with a large university, and that makes it unique. We have 25,000 students, 20 to 25,000, and beyond that another 35 or 40,000 of us. One of the things that's causing Auburn to grow is a lot of people that went to college there are retiring there. We're still small enough that it's a great place to raise a family. Quality of life in Auburn, Alabama is really quite good. My concern is that we'll lose the quality of life. We need to be aware of who we are, our sense of place, where we fit in the universe, and to honor that and not try to be something else. We've made great strides in a couple of areas. One is environmental issues, another is bicycle friendliness. I think one of our challenges on down the road is going to be public transportation. One of the things that has come about in our new Comp Plan 2030 is something that I had advocated early on, and that is to use infill for growth instead of going out, sending a sewer line 2 miles outside of the city limits, which we were doing. When I first got on council, there was just a mindset, annex, anything you can, just grab it, And at one night, we annexed 1,600 acres at one time. And since that time, in this 2030 plan, it is actually written that that's not a good idea, that now we should see about infill, to incentivize people to do infill, parts within the boundary of the city that are not developed, and develop those first. So I consider that a major success. When we talk about infill, our city, the parameter of the city limits is all jagged and goes off in 10 different directions. But within those outer limits, there are large patches that have never developed for one reason or another. Either they're not zoned appropriately, or the owners don't want to part with it, or whatever. But there's a lot that's available that could be developed, as opposed to going so far out. Because when you go out, you've got to, the trash haulers have to go out there, the fire, police. That's just not economical. It just doesn't make sense. So it's more consolidation, pulling things in. Lincoln taught us you're not going to make all the people happy all the time, but smart growth should be something that's not a frustration to people. It's that people aren't driving down the street and thinking, what were they thinking? Or this traffic is terrible. It needs to be livable. It needs to have a sense of place, but be livable, make economic sense.